morning and glad to have you on the program Perspectives. We're having a challenge here this morning, and I'm just thinking that we have to switch to another thing, because as I'm speaking with you now, I cannot get my guest on the program by phone. We had all agreed that he'll be on phone this morning, but I really don't know what is happening. Could it be network, or could it just be that my guest has forgotten that that we had to have this program, and so his phone is telling me switched off. There's a big challenge, and so I might just be coming to the audience this morning to get your perspectives on what I planned to do with my guest, and this will just be about the situation in the country. It is a very serious one. That's talking about the herder-farmer clashes that is resulting into dimensions that we must handle with care. What's trumping up now is that we're telling each other that leave my part of the country, leave my part of the country, and so where are we with that when people get noticed that they are to leave? This is informed by the clashes that was going on in Oyo State, where criminal elements of the Fulanis have been asked to get out, or move out of their state. Criminal elements, please get me right on that. The Fulanis have been, don't have any problem with those keeping to the laws or abiding by the laws, but criminal elements are asked to leave. And that is again what we're seeing in other parts of the country. The criminal elements asked to leave. And this again is interpreted in such a way that people are taking it with a pinch of salt. Some people are saying that you are talking to our people. And so we're saying that what came out of Sokoto State again is a group of people have said that Bishop Kuka should leave the state for them. A group of people, and don't get me wrong on that, but we know what the Constitution says, and of course the federal government has come with its position about that. That any Nigerian, full-fledged Nigerian, can live in any part of the country. But we're having a situation where insecurity is playing, is coming out, that people are beginning to think that, look, we have to take charge of our situation. Insecurity in the country, and that's talking about banditry, we're talking about kidnapping, we're talking about armed robbery, and we're also talking about the Boko Haram that we know could be just said to be the northeast situation here. But again, in the country, Amotekun in southwest, IPOB too in the southeast, and of course we see what is coming out again from those that want to have their resources, and that's talking about what is coming out from the south. Yes, we have voices too from the north too about how to take charge of the security situations in their area. So these are the issues that are coming out of the Nigerian state, and we're getting worried about it, and of course trying to find solution to it. We know the constitution of the land. It says that we can live in any part of the country that we choose to live in. But again, this insecurity and what it is coming out with. That's what my plans to discuss with my guest by phone this morning, and just getting to know that his phone is switched off is really a thing of concern for me this morning. But again, I'm not alone here. My guests are also with me, and we can all look at the issue. We can all look at the issue together. Your concerns about insecurity in the country, and how we can talk about it, and of course calm down frayed nerves, so to say. And so we'll go for a break, and when we come back from this break, I'll just be getting ready to open the lines and to say that this program this morning would be about have your say in this matter. So it's going to be about me and you until I can get my guest on the program. Go for a break now. Glad to be back with you on the program Perspectives this morning. Well, the way we do it here, never a dull moment. We've changed our plans, and so we have to move on. Barrister Abubakar El-Zubai was scheduled to be my guest on the program this morning. Been trying his phone, and it's switched off. I had to move, change plans, and so I will just be bringing in Professor Femi Otubanjo. a political scientist, to talk on this matter. Let's have his thoughts here about the topic that we scheduled for this morning. And so any moment from now, we'll be getting Professor Femi Otunbanjo. Long distance call is in Ibadan. If matter of fact, is a train ride from Ibadan, or is it from Lagos to Ibadan, or Ibadan to Lagos? But again, he's agreed to share just about 10 minutes of his time with us on the program. So we must move on with the program. I hope that before the program runs its course, we'll be able to get Barrister Bukar El-Zubai on the program. But again, the program, the show must go on. Prof, good morning and glad to have you on the show.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me, Prof?
I can hear you. Yes.
All right. Sorry we had to just rush you into the program, but again, knowing that you cannot be taken, by surprise on matters concerning the Nigerian state. It's about insecurity, the dimension that is taken now, and protecting territories that is coming up now. And again, this is coming out of the situation in your state where criminal elements, I'm emphasizing on that, have been asked to move out of Oyo State. And that's talking about even the Fulanis, that have been asked to move out of Oyo State. In Sokoto, a group of people too have asked Bishop Kuka to leave Sokoto for them. Of course, we know that his comments on the Buhari administration had offended some people, and so was asked to leave. And so in other parts of the country, we're having that, where we are not taking ourselves as brothers and sisters again, where we're beginning to look at our tribes, look at our religion, and ask people to go by what their religion or their tribes or their enclaves will dictate to them. And so this is showing up in Nigeria, and people are saying that at this time in the life of the nation, we just must be careful about how we go on with staying or living with each other. Your thoughts on criminal elements in the Southwest and order that has been given by Sunday Igboho on this matter?
Well, I must apologize that the voice level is very low, but I don't know whether you are hearing it clear.
I can hear you loud and clear, sir. Loud and clear.
My view about what's going on is that at any time
we're having a real problem. Professor Femi Otunbanjo is on a train ride, as a matter of fact, and so I'm sure that
from other extremists,
Professor Femi, hello, sir. We're having a problem with your line. I'm not sure we can. Yes, I'm not sure, sir. I will just let you. Yes. We'll talk. We'll call you back, sir. No, it's not. We're not getting you. Yes, sir. We're not getting you in any way, sir. Again, that's what we're facing here. Can't really get Professor Femi Otunbanjo. He's on a train ride from Ibadan to Lagos, and so difficult for us to get him. But we'll bring him back because his thoughts on matter. He's a professor of political science, and so with vast knowledge about the Nigerian state. He's been there before independence, and of course how the Nigerian state came about. So we really would like to hear his voice on this matter. As it is now, I may just be coming back to the audience. Let's be civil too about our comments. I insist that we are civil about our comments as we look at this very critical issue. It's about Nigeria, it's about us, and it's about keeping the Nigerian state going. It's about unity in ways that we can live together as brothers and sisters. Yes, blocks and territories may be different, religion, ethnicity, and all of that may be playing out, but we have to keep the nation going. We have to keep Nigeria as one. That's what's we're asking each other to do. That we must keep this country going. And of course, we've had it even from the national anthem that though tribe and tongue may differ, but we stay strong in our strength, and that keeps the unity going. But again, we must talk about all that is playing out. Please, let's be civil with how we look at the issue. Let's get your thoughts on this issue of criminal elements that want to put us in bad light. In Oyo State, what has come out is that an individual with his group are saying that the criminal elements, that's the Fulani criminal elements, should leave Oyo State. And of course, we're giving different thoughts on that. The presidency has reacted to that. And of course, we know that the Constitution of Nigeria says that we can live in any part of the country where we want. Don't forget again too that in Sokoto State it had come out, a group too had asked Bishop Kuka to leave the state. Of course, that again, the federal government has responded on that the Constitution allows each one of us to live in any part of the country as Nigerians. Again, the insecurity that we're getting out, Amotekun is there, IPOB in the southeast, and of course, what is coming from the north too, Boko Haram, banditry, kidnapping, armed robbery, all of that showing out. And some people might just be thinking that the government is being overwhelmed with this many issues of insecurity. But glad news, or good news that we heard, service chiefs have been, changed, and so we're looking at the security architecture that these new ones will come in. We've said that the old ones have, outlived their time. But again, we have a new sheriff in town, and that's talking about the new service chiefs. So what will happen? What maybe, what can we be looking at in trying to keep us together and make this bond a strong one for us, so that Nigeria can move forward? I'll be getting your thoughts on these with numbers 081 40,000 989, 081 40,000 989, or 070 87 800 989, 070 87 800 989. We're getting your calls now, and let's get to hear your thoughts on these. Just like I've mentioned, let's be civil with it. Very critical, matter, and let's take out emotions and sentiments. Let's look at it, why? Hello, good morning.
Yes, I'm Awusko from Nasarawa.
Awusko, let's hear you.
You see, just as you say, to make the bond of Nigeria stronger, the Constitutional Conference of Abacha and that of Jonathan must be revisited, because we have a problem of emergency at hand. Convey another Constitutional Conference will be a waste of time. Because of the exigency of time, we have to, the federal government will have to go back to those Constitutional Conference and address the myriad of problems that we have, so that our bond can be stronger and Nigeria will come out stronger. The government should not approach this issue with cosmetic approach. The further approach to unify this country is what we want. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Awusko. We got you on that. Yes, recall that in the last administration, that's talking about the Jonathan's administration, we had a national conference, and we had people from all parts of the country who had, participated in that conference. And of course, ideas and were brought in to move Nigeria forward, and what we needed to do as at that time. Well, not much has been heard of the outcome of that conference, but that's what Awusko is saying, that looking into that, because that conference had, talked about why we have to be together, where resources had shared, respect for each other and all of that. Well, still with your calls here. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, your name and where you're calling from.
This is Ocheme Godwin from Lagos.
Ocheme Godwin from Lagos.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I know how you got us. Okay, Ocheme, glad to have you from Lagos, long distance. Let's get to hear you, Ocheme.
Yes, sir. The problem that is going on in the country is alarming. I don't know how it all began, but my prayer is that the Lord will help us to overcome all these challenges. I can't imagine what's going on. It wasn't like this before now. In 2015, 14, we know we had problems in this country, but it wasn't like this. This place, now we are afraid to go out. People are afraid to run out of it, to even step out of the state to another state. Very, very bad. I don't know whether our leaders are sleeping. I don't know whether our leaders are aware of all these things.
Certainly.
But my prayer is that God will help us to overcome this.
Amen to that. Ocheme, thank you for that. Well, we got Ocheme from Lagos, and his concerns, and it wasn't like this. What got us here? That's one question that we need to, bother ourselves with. What got us? How did we get here? So much so that we're not seeing each other as brothers and sisters. We're beginning to look at tribes, religions, ethnicity, and our blocks, into the matter of Nigeria, and that's frightening. It's shocking. Go back to the time predictions were made about Nigeria that we just could not make it in 2015. But see us, we came out of that. And again, the whole world is shocked about Nigeria still standing. And so it must be our concern. Your thoughts, whether you were there when Nigeria got its independence, how did we live before independence, after independence, and how did we get here where we're looking at the tribe you are, the religion that you practice, and of course all of the things that makes us look at ourselves differently. And more than any other time, we're saying that we must be seeing ourselves as one people. Still with your calls this morning. We'll be taking your calls 081 40,000 989. 081 40,000 989 or 07087 800 989. Alright, your calls now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
My name is Elder Lami, calling from Mohota, Kaduna.
Alright, Elder Lami. Alright, thank you. Let's hear you.
What I have to say in this issue is that when we look back in the history of this country, we were staying together with Muslims, whether you are practicing any religion or not. But it has come to a point today that our political leaders have taken this issue of different religion, difference in tribes and other things. I remember 92 when we were in Zaria. I was in Zaria then during Malkwari and Ango Abdullah when they were agitating to the governors of Kaduna State under SDP. During the primary, the Hausa were singing Bazamu Zabi Arneva, Nositari Aseye, and Christians were saying Muma Bazamu Zabi Muslimiva. So such utterances has brought a lot of concern in Nigeria. Let me bring an issue of Kaduna town. In 2000, during the religious crisis, Christians were driven away from Rigasa. They were driven out of Tudunwada and Gwan Sanusi. They said those areas are predominantly Muslim settlements. So they don't want to see any Christian around that area. And the government of the day did not do anything possible to ensure that Christian and Muslims stay together because we are brothers and sisters. And that is what is happening now. Everywhere, we promote religion against ourselves. We promote political differences against ourselves. We promote tribal differences against ourselves until our leaders are able to realize that they have a lot of duty to make sure that they bring everybody together. Both Muslim and Christians should know that we are brothers and sisters. So let us put our religions aside. Let us put our tribal differences aside and face each other. Another issue that is bothering me in Nigeria is that today, I am a Christian. I cannot go to a Muslim lady and tell her I want to marry her. They say their religion forbids their daughter to marry a non-Muslim. But their religion permits their children to marry Christian children. The question I want to ask, are they operating under any different constitution than our own or than the Nigerian constitution? Because I believe Nigerian constitution is supreme.
Whatever we are doing based on the provision of our constitution.
Okay.
So our leaders should come out to speak with one voice.
Okay. Yes. We appreciate you. You know, I like to say that I thank you for your comments here, and of course, I know that you're talking from experience about how you've lived in Nigeria and what you see coming out. I'll talk about that, but let's quickly take this call too. Okay. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Tony Aladi.
Yes. Good morning.
My name is Comrade Gabriel.
Comrade Gabriel.
Yeah. My own is that if you hear the comment of Kuka, for example, and what come out of Ondo, people want to misconstruct it because the Ondo State governor was not saying people should move. He said they have to register. Yes. And up till now, since the federal government is not fair to us at all, because these bandits, kidnappers, and others, the government is, I don't know why the government is finding it difficult to declare this one of these groups either terrorists, so the Nigerian army will face them. That's why I say even the appointment of service may not do anything, because whom are they going to face? So let the federal government be fair to Nigerians and declare any of these, whether Boko Haram, the terrorists, and others, terrorists, so as Nigeria or the army. In fact, if you even want international assistance, we can even invite them.
Correct.
Until that is done, people will continue to comment from here. Kuka was not saying the right thing, and even the Ondo State governor, in fact, took the right thing. Oh. I have to also congratulate the Southwest for coming up boldly and insisted that people have to register if true they are Nigerians.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Comrade Gabriel, we got you on that. Again, we must be also fair. Federal government has taken its position. It has made its position very clear that we all have a right as Nigerians to live in any part of the country. That's has come out very clearly from the federal government. But again, with what we're saying in Ondo and the Oyo clashes, so to say, is criminal elements were the ones that were talked to. It's not about Fulanis or any other tribes living in that part of the country. But those that are good ones that are living with the people and obeying the laws of the land, and so we have a good relationship there. But when you have criminal elements that will go into kidnapping, banditry, armed robbery, and of course that cannot be accepted, and that's what is coming out from that part of the country. But again, it's been misinterpreted. People are just putting connotations into it that are not right. And of course, we know that we must be very careful about Nigeria. How educated and informed are we when we hear matters like that? I'd like to appreciate Eldat Elami. Eldat Elami had talked about our leaders. And when you talk about our leaders, you probably will be talking to the political leaders, those that will stand on the rostrum and talk about their campaigns and what they want and how they look at other people and what they want to do for their people, and all of these could just breed in disaffection and into politics and all of that. So that's Nigeria today. We cannot run away from that. Yes, we are of different tribes, we are of different leanings and all of that. But again, why we are strong as a nation, we going back what the country had come out with, very strong people. And of course, we talk about Nigeria doing well in the international community. United States of America, I'm sure you know what is happening there, that even this present administration of Joe Biden had, given cognizance and recognized a Nigerian American. And so what are we talking about? Why are, the question is, why are we like this? Why are we not, using that? America welcomes anybody in any part of the world. That's why you can have a Russian American, Nigerian American, Ghanaian American, and all of that. And that's one thing that they're doing. And that's what makes them a great nation. There's no greater nation in the face of the world than the American nation, because they welcome everybody. Everybody, your religion, your tribe, does not matter. Come to America. Why can we have a Nigeria that will just welcome everybody and take everybody? These are the things about us as a people that we need to work on. And again, could it be that we have the fifth columnists in Nigeria? Those that just don't want to make it work that way. I'm talking about the fifth columnists. The fifth columnists are elements that would not, go by the rule of the game. Divide. Divide is, the way the enterprises thrives. So could we having that in Nigeria? And what do we do about that? So, it's all about us. We're still having calls now. They're shooting in. So let's take this one. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Dave from Kudende.
Dave, right?
Yeah, Dave from Kudende.
All right, Dave, let's hear you.
There's one adage that says, united we stand, divided we fall.
That's true.
So, to call the spade a spade, if we must remain one Nigeria in this country, that is, if we want the unity of this country.
Do you want the unity of this country? Dave, are you for the unity of this country?
I am.
Okay, we're talking now.
The truth is this, we must put tribalism aside.
Yes.
We must put ethnicity aside.
True.
We must put nepotism aside.
True.
We must put religious bigotry aside.
True.
Then we must put regionalism aside.
True.
That is to say we have remained, that is to say we are now one Nigeria. But if, in as much as these things continue to go round, honestly speaking, we cannot remain one Nigeria. And that is why we have a lot of problem in this country. Today you're going to look for jobs, they will tell you, if you are not for suitable place, you will not get it. Why would that come up?
Yeah.
And you say, we will remain one Nigeria. That is the problem we're having in this country.
Yeah.
So if we must remain one Nigeria, or we are really one Nigeria, then the unity of this country must stand firmly. We must remain as a true federation, not one-sided. Today they will say this one said is a Christian, tomorrow they will say this one said is a Muslim. Why must that thing come up? Religion is the opium of the masses.
That's true.
It's all about interest. So people should stop using religion or stop using ethnicity and nepotism to begin to perpetrate some atrocious acts. So it's uncalled for. So our leaders must look into all these things and correct it. Otherwise, we are going nowhere.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Good thoughts, and good direction that you're giving us. Yeah, that we all have to take all of these things out, to see us as true Nigeria. And this is where information, this is where education, what role it plays. That when people are well informed, when they are informed, educated too, you can begin to see beyond the surface thing. That people can read deeply into surface statements and things like that. Education must play a part in all of this. Good thoughts, coming from Nigerians on why we must keep Nigeria going. Okay, I have this call too. Hello, good morning.
Master, good morning.
Good morning.
Kure is the name.
Kure.
Yes, sir. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah. Issue of this the president is warning Nigeria about this religion of a thing. For me, Oloy, honestly, till we began to marry each other, because you can't expect it's only one-sided. That thing. That's why I keep on cherishing the Yoruba. They don't want to know who is a Muslim, who is a Christian. Apart from that, I don't think we'll get it right in this Nigeria, because that thing is still in our blood. Secondly, about this insecurity, if I were the president, obviously I would give this new service chief timeline, or I would give them deadline. Anybody that cannot meet up, I'll fire him, so that I can get the result that Nigeria is expecting. Because otherwise, I don't think we'll go somewhere. Because the northern elders now are now telling us that not the issue of service chief. Who is the issue now? That's why we keep on saying that what is eating us is right inside the north, not outside the north. So they should allow these people to work. The politicians should remove their hand and allow them to work. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
All right, Kure, thank you. Good thinking too here, and that's what we need. Take out just the things that would not make us stand as a group or as a people. Take them out, and let's see what happens in the Nigerian nation. But again, it's just not as easy as we would want it to be, and paperwork just won't do here. Our leaders in this matter, leaders, people lead and others follow. So what are we saying with the leaders, and how can we get it right with them? I'll still with your thoughts on keeping Nigeria one. Hello, good morning.
Mr. Turner, good morning.
I salute. That's good.
Yeah, I'm Engineer Emmanuel.
Engineer Emmanuel.
Yeah, Nigeria must stand. Whether no matter who is trying to divide this country will never be divided. It will stand and it will be stronger. That has been my prayer, and I know very soon we'll achieve that. All this agitation, left, right, and center,
until we put nepotism aside, Mr. Tonalabi, then we will get things right. Let's put religious sentiment aside. Let's put whatsoever our difference aside and have this project called Nigeria first. If we have this project called Nigeria first, we will overcome all the storms. But if we still be romancing nepotism and other things, this country will not be the way we are thinking that it should be. Now, let's start with the issue of the insecurity. You see, Mr. Tonalabi, I made a statement when the Commissioner for Internal Security Affairs was on board. He tried to divert from that question which I asked. You see, there cannot be fire without smoke, because these people that are perpetrating this evil, I stand to be corrected. The people in authority must know these people. Who are they negotiating with? Can't we find these people, find their sponsor, and bring them to book and let this issue of insecurity be things of the past? Now, if we join force together, I always say this: if we join force together, we'll overcome this insecurity. But if you begin to say the person in power does not have the stamina to secure life and property, that they should give you the mandate, then you will do that. Now, what is the outcome? It can never be bad like this, Mr. Tonalabi. I am a traveler. I am born and brought up in the north. All my lifestyle is in the north. I know how it was then. I travel a lot, night, day. Nothing like fear of bandit or terrorists will stop one on the road. The only thing that we were wearing those days was kidnapping in the Niger Delta, kidnapping oil people. But today, what is happening? So please, the government of the day and everybody, let's join force together to stop this insecurity, bring them to an end, no matter who is involved. Because I don't believe that these people are stronger than the government or they are stronger than Nigeria, except they are trying to just beat around the bush. Fish out these people and bring them to book and put aside nepotism and let this country move forward. But if we continue to romance nepotism, my brother, Mr. Tonalabi, you know you always bring topic that enlighten. The people that you are bringing, only few are acknowledging the challenge we are having. Some try to put politics into it. Let's put politics aside and bring this country forward, Nigeria, and everybody, like all those ones that are claiming to be landlords. I said it the other time when Jackie was on board. Nobody can tell me to live where I am, because our constitution has given everyone the right. That those criminals that are perpetrating this evil, they should be fished out and tell them to go out from that community. Now, how will it be, Mr. Tonalabi? Forest reserve, inside forest, some people will go and stay there. For God's sake, does it make sense? And they will be perpetrating the evil. There are good people in every region, and there are bad people in every region. Let's fish out those bad people and bring them to book.
Okay.
But let's not get. If we continue using sentiment, we will not get it right.
All right.
Mr. Tonalabi, God bless you. Remain blessed in this beautiful Friday.
Thank you very much, Engineer Emmanuel. Good thoughts there. That's for Nigeria to move on. Good thoughts, good thinking. Yeah, Engineer Emmanuel. That's Nigeria. I could share my own experience too. Was here before independence, and so I knew how how it all started. Nigeria was once a good country. And I remember Chinua Achebe, that small novel about there was a country. There was a country. And so where is that country today, that we all were proud of at the time? And so, anybody living here in Kaduna, and one place called, Muri Road, Ahmadu Bello Way was once Prince Edward's Way. It was not Ahmadu Bello Way before independence. It was after independence that you had Ahmadu Bello Way. It was once Prince Edward's Way. And Kaduna was a beautiful city. I'm talking about the whole of the north was beautiful. People lived together, and I went to a government school in Fafa in the north there, Government College Katsina, and it was beautiful. Muslims and Christians, we just did not know, our religion just did not matter. And I got the best of teachers, to teach me, and I developed from there. UNA school was a mixed school. I was sharing this with a friend of mine. I didn't know that I even went to that school. He told me that you were part of UNA school. I remember big names that came out of UNA school, great footballers of the north that came from that school. On Murray Road, it's called Government Day Secondary School now, but it was once UNA, and St. Gregory's was by the side, Kaduna boys will know this. I was born and bred here in Kaduna, and all my life has, it's still Kaduna. And so we get pained when we hear some bad news, coming out of the state, because we were once, here and, lived together, enjoyed everything here and everything. But the story has changed, and some of us are very pained about how we've turned out to be as a people. So, getting it all sorted out, leadership has a very important role to play here. Ocheme from Lagos had said that, and of course Awusko too, and of course all other callers. Elder Danlami had mentioned that they're looking at what it was like before and what we have now. So play your part. I'll play my part, and let's make Kaduna and the whole of the country great again. We can do it as a people. Stay with your calls, sir. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How is the work?
Work is good.
Good. Akud by name.
Akus.
Yes, Akud. Sorry.
Okay, all right, Akus, I got it now. Thank you. Yes,
Yes,
say you.
thank you.
Yeah.
You see, this issue we're having in this country, honestly, I look at it when you look at from the deep inside, the issue is very deep. How do we sort it? The issue of religion, sentiment, and what have you. We get to remove this deeply from our hearts. One, how do we do it? If I'm a Christian, that I'm Muslim, and I come to the village to issue one audio order to do with the politicians in Abuja who are Muslim. A friend who is a Muslim from Banki, if I'm the church, take me in his vehicle and drop me in the church. If he's going to the mosque, sometime I will escort him, accompany him to the mosque. After he's praying, then we left. You understand? But I get to discover that we always the mouth when we don't do what is like us in the heart. You understand?
Yeah.
So sometimes we just speak, but we don't do what is inside. So you see, I just pray that God will help us on how to understand.
I pray too.
And
pray
put Nigeria forward together. Thank you.
And thank you very much. Good thinking, good thoughts there. That's where it should be like, and why we're not allowing that to go, is a thing of concern for us. We can live together. We have the space. Yes. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Tony.
Good morning.
It's Francis from Nabanado.
Yeah, all right, Francis. Good to have you.
Thank you. Honestly, listening to this topic today, I hear so many things from so many people explaining and talking about their experiences far back, 1960, 1970, 1980. And since then till now, things keep on getting worse instead of becoming better. They keep on changing to the worse. And we, the citizens of this country, to be honest to ourselves, we have nothing to do about it if the leaders have no interest in changing things. And there is this saying in my language that says, when problem is eroding a nation or a town, the elders of the town enjoy it because they benefit from that, indirectly or directly. In our situation in Nigeria as a nation, the leaders, which all of us are pointing at, right from independence to today, the leaders have been the problem. And there is no way they can be ready to change what they are benefiting from to become better in favor of the money. Because they are the ones benefiting from it. We are just tackling ourselves from different region, and different tribes. We are not the problem. The problem is the leaders. And the leaders get this power to do this based on how they manipulated our constitution in favor of them. Anybody that finds his or herself in corridor of power, Once you did not get space in corridor of power, you will be against what is going on in the nation. But once you are there, you benefit from what they are benefiting. So who is the person to change this thing? If the leaders are not willing to do that. I followed closely what happened in the United States recently. And every time we are talking on social media, we refer our country to United States, that we borrowed the system of governance from there. Meanwhile, we just deceive the world that we are practicing democracy, federal system of governance. And we are not practicing that. They only use that to deceive the world and do what they want to do in favor of them and their families and relations. So who is to change it? There is a musician that sang a song years back, Which Way Nigeria? Until tomorrow, that question remains. With the citizens that are in our various homes and shops and all that cannot do anything about it. Just look at what is going on. Election is at the corner by 2023 now. You will see how they will unite and deceive us again and continue doing business. To me, this is not a nation. We are not up to a nation. It's a group of people cheating the ones they call their followers. And to me, there is no solution until we decide to go our separate ways.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so very much, Francis, on that. That's what we want, that we find solutions. Yeah, I've said it, I'll continue to say it, that what makes America a great nation is accommodating, all the people, or the, from wherever you're coming, just come to America. There's place for you there. There's no nation in the world that can, make that or get what America has going for it today. Not China, not Russia. No nation can do that. And because you have a nation that welcomes you, all they want, go by the rules of the game, and of course, play your part in America. And you're a citizen. That's what it takes there. And so we saw what happened in elections. We saw again the response of the American people to what they did not like, and they took it out. Yeah, that's America for you. Can we do it back home? And can we get responsive leadership, so to say? Because again, all my callers have been, stressing on leadership, and I want to say that leadership plays a very, very important role in keeping us together as a people and keeping the nation going. I still can take one or two calls before we bring it to a close. So let's get to hear you. There's a call there coming. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Tony.
Appreciate you. Good morning.
I'm Luca Adwa calling from Mabarido.
All right, Luca, let's hear you.
I think all the callers have spoken very well. I am only here to support. However, the problem of this country, I do not know where we got it wrong.
And
look at the 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
Nigeria was a student for everybody that was proud of being a Nigerian and being in Nigeria.
Was part of that Nigeria there.
But today, it baffles almost everybody. Where did we get it wrong?
That's a big question.
You see, when there's an outbreak of a disease, the first thing you try to look at the source of that disease. Especially when it becomes an epidemic, try to find out what is the source while you are treating those that are already affected. But Nigeria is like, we know the source, we don't want to tackle the source. I want to refer you back to the Matatini in Young Awasi in Kano. From there, Rigasa in Kaduna, Bulukutu in the Maduguri, Jambeta in Yola, as at that time. These were the rudiments of what was actually being said to, at least to overwhelm the peace of this country. And the northern part of the country is so porous that every James, John, Marcus, whatever, will just walk in, and I feel most of the people that are causing most of the problem might not be Nigerians. And I expect our leaders to sit down and look at who is Nigerian, who is not a Nigerian. And there's one other thing, Mr. Troy, I want to remind you. You see, we're talking about Boko Haram, banditry, whatever. Look at the approval in Nigeria today. And we're talking about we are one. This is a country with two nations. Look at the appointment. Just look at those that are appointed, those that are having jobs today, those that are being promoted in their place of work, and all whatnot. Everything is lopsided. It's like we have 2 wars in this country now. So I don't know. I remember when I was a kid, we were always together with the friends. We were schooling together, eating together, going to the bush together. But today you can move with. Why? Where do we get it wrong?
Okay.
So we have the source. We should tackle the source. When we tackle the source, ultimately we will be able to go this. We suppose that you declare all this Boko Haram terrorists, whatever. After that you will declare terrorists. Why? You see that it doesn't want to declare them. It's like there's an agenda. Have a good day.
Luca, yeah, good points there from Luca. Where did we get it wrong? And of course, the question again would be, when did it, when did we see all of this showing face? How did we get it wrong? When did we get it wrong? And all of that. But again, the good thing about it, we had it good at the time, but we got it wrong somewhere. So can we go back to having it right again? And how do we get to do that? That's our concern for today too, that yes, Nigeria can be great again. Is all about you and I. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. My name is Fred, coming from Kaduna.
I want to get that name.
You're welcome back.
Oh, thank you very much. Let me get the name again.
He said lack of knowledge. My people perish because of lack of knowledge.
Yes.
You see, the religion we preach, it's just, our religion is what, not is the problem of Nigeria, let's be frank. Because in the Yoruba land, they have your Muslim, they have Christians. They don't have problem. But here, when your religion leaders will tell you that this religion is this religion is that. Like what that man said now, that he said, what does that mean? Is that a religion? We are not taught that type of religion. When we are young, we mingle together. I will go to mosque, and the people in my village that time, they come to church during Christmas. We worship, we do things together. But today it's not so. Even in my own village now, they are segregating because of the religious preaching. That this religion is bad, this is this is that. It's not just political leaders only. I remember one time I was passing along certain road, and I was hearing preaching, saying that these social people, they are this, they are that, preaching to their people. How would this lack of religion, lack of knowledge, if you like in my own religion, you are taught to, if you had a preaching, you go to your word, the word of God, and confirm whether what that man preaches is correct. But this is another religious stance. It's not possible. You can't do it. Because you don't know. They don't know. It's what they told, they are being told that they practice. The problem is of Nigeria is the northern people, not the southerners. Because the Yoruba people, they have Yorubas, they are Christians, they are Yorubas that are Muslims. And they live peacefully together without any problem.
Religious
differences. We were told by Buhari that people patrolling this problem are not Nigerians, they are foreigners. How did they come in? How did they come in? We are just covering things up. We don't want to tell ourselves the truth.
Okay.
We should tell ourselves the truth. These foreigners coming in, who imported them, who brought them, who sponsored them to come into Nigeria. It wasn't like this before. I traveled to my town along Abuja Road. I came back, I left my place around 5:30. I came to Kaduna by 10. And nothing happened. It was free. But now you can't do that. You can't travel now without praying to God that please, God, take me safely and bring back home safely.
Okay.
Why are all these things that have been perpetrated? People that have been what this man those things said is correct. You can't go and hide in the forest. In the north, all the forests are being occupied by the bandits. And then they want to occupy the forest in the Ondo by the bandits. And the man said they should leave the place, and they are now accusing him. It's not proper.
All right. We
are the problem of Nigeria.
We got you on that. Thank you. Again, it's all about us. As a people, we all have shares. We all have, our say into what part of the country that we reside in, and so it must be a concern of all. The North was mentioned here, that the North is not safe. His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, had come out with that there's a serious problem in the North, and that must be looked at. It was a safe North. if you know where I'm coming from. We all had it so good here, and that's why the question Francis has asked that, where did we get it wrong, and when did we get it wrong? Even when we talk about the North here, the North was at on time in talking about Nigeria. The North could just be said to be the safest place to live in, But what has happened now? And when did it start? Who are in this and all of that? Why is our religion doing so much of tearing us apart? Why is our blocks and our regions and our ethnicity? Why all this tearing us all apart? And what we need to do, and fast too about it. Because for how long can this go? For how long can this go? All the things we see not working out right for us. But again, as a people, it's for all of us to have our hands on deck and make this country work again. I stressed on education and information. It plays a great role. Education. It plays when people are enlightened. That's what my last caller was emphasizing on. When people are knowledgeable, they would be able to know what is right. Even when the politicians or whoever would come to play cards on us, we'll just be able to know that is this man talking for us or is talking for his own selfish needs and all of that. Wow. Kent, so the calls are still coming in. It's a very serious issue. I understand. The calls are coming in from all the phones. It tells me that people just want to express themselves about this matter. But again, time is up for us of the ceiling too. So that's about all we can take on the program Perspectives this morning. Once again, I'd like to apologize, that I could not, bring in my guest, Barrister Yakubu El-Zubai. Phone switched off, and I tried to bring in Professor Femi Otumanjo on a train ride from Ibadan to Lagos. We had a problem, of connection too. But I appreciate, my audience, and there's so much that has come from you, because you've all spoken to Nigeria and why Nigeria must be great again, what we need to do. Thank you all on that. K-Chat, thank you for connecting me with the people. And Wisdom, thank you for putting us in the pictures. We'll come back with Perspectives on Monday. Have a great weekend.